Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to teach you guys how to apply for IPO. There are two methods, and the first one is through the banks, and the second one is through the brokerage firms. And I'm going to teach the easiest way through which you can appear for IPO. And let's get started. This year is considered to be the season of IPOs because there were 15 IPOs this year, and out of which 11 were most successful. That too, the Happiest Minds Technologies IPO gave the listing gains of 123.49%, and next comes the Burger King IPO, which is a bumper hit. So all the people have started looking at IPO and they all want to invest in IPO, and the process through which they can appear for IPO is getting so much attention, and that's what this video is all about. Suppose if you want to invest in IPO, the first thing you will have to do is to decide in which category you want to appear for the IPO. There are three categories: retail, high net worth individuals, and institutional category. In retail category, the investment for IPO must be less than 2 lakhs. In case of high net worth individuals, it must be greater than 2 lakhs. In case of institutional categories, the investment money will be in a large amount. They are considered as anchor investors because they will have a lock-in period. Unlike retail investors or high net worth individuals, institutional category has lock-in period for about at least 6 months. Only after 6 months they can sell the shares of IPO in which they have appeared. Institutional category includes commercial banks and mutual fund houses. And so first thing you'll have to do is to decide in which category you are going to appear. You can appear for IPO either through online or offline method. In offline method, you'll have to visit the branch of your brokerage firm and you'll have to fill out the application form for IPO. This process is very much tedious and it requires lots of clerical work. Whereas in case of online method, you'll have to apply for IPO either through your bank or through the brokerage website or app. This one is very much easy and most of the people will follow this method, and let's see in detail about this process now. As I have already mentioned, there are two online methods through which you can apply for IPO. The first method is through the banks and the second method is through the brokerage firm. Through banks, you can apply for IPO through ASBA, that is application supported by blocked amounts. Through this method, the funds will leave your bank account only when you are allotted with shares. That is, if you have applied for IPO for 15,000 rupees, suppose if you are allotted with shares, only then the amount will be debited from your bank account. Till then, amount is blocked in your bank account for the IPO and you need not wait for your refund. Throughout that period of time, you will earn interest on the blocked amount also. So it's totally free, and there is a possibility that you may get fewer shares than you have asked for. Suppose if you have paid for 500 shares, but you are allotted with only 250 shares, so only the amount that is worth for 250 shares will be debited from your account. The remaining amount will stay blocked in your account, and once the allotment process is over, the money will be freed. So this is the easiest way, and let's see about this process in detail now. First, you will have to log into your bank account, select ASBA, apply for IPO, and select the IPO in which you want to apply. And then select the investor category. In this place, you will have to select retail individual investors and select the bid amount. You can place at least 3 bids here, and that select the number of shares. If you select cutoff, the maximum price of the share will be updated in the bid price. Suppose if you if you don't select cutoff, then you'll have to manually enter the bid price. When the shares were listed in the IPO, they have mentioned the price range. For the Burger King, it is 59 to 60 rupees. Within that price range, you can mention any price as bid price. The total value is automatically updated here, and then you'll have to enter CDSL ID or NSDL ID. First, you'll have to find out whether your brokerage firm is associated with CDSL or NSDL. If your brokerage firm is associated with CDSL, then your demat account number will be a 16 digit number. Suppose if your brokerage firm is associated with NSDL, then your demat account number starts with IN followed by 14 digit number. With this, you can identify whether your brokerage firm is associated with NSDL or CDSL. Suppose if you don't know what is your CDSL ID, then you can check your email, because when you have opened the demat account for the first time, you will receive a email from the brokerage firm. In that, they will mention the DP ID and the client ID. CDSL ID is nothing but the combination of DP ID and client ID. So if you don't know the CDSL ID, you can manually combine both DP ID plus client ID and enter your 16 digit number, that is CDSL ID, and you'll have to enter your PAN card number and then beneficiary account number, which is your account, okay, and click I accept. In this, I forgot to enter my name, so I am entering it here. The only thing you will have to focus in this method is CDSL ID and NSDL ID. If you don't know this ID, then this process will look bit difficult, but you can easily find out by checking out your mail, and you'll have to enter your one-time password here, that is sent to your mobile number, and then click submit. You can review all your details here. You will have to note down the application serial number, because with that number only you can check the allotment status of the IPO after a week, and that's it. You can apply for IPO through the brokerage firms like Upstox. The first step you'll have to do is to log in into Upstox app or Upstox website, and you'll have to select apply for IPO. Under that, you will have to select the company for which you are going to appear for IPO. Suppose if you have selected Burger King IPO, the details will be listed out here. And the next step is to select the investor type. Suppose if you are the retail investor, you will have to select retail investor here. The next step is to place bid. You can place at least 3 bids here, and the lot size and the price at which you want to buy the shares, you will have to mention that here. When they issue IPO, they will mention a price range. Suppose for Burger King, it was 59 to 60 rupees price range. In that price, you can specify any price amount, 60 rupees or 59 rupees, you can place a bid, okay. And after that, you will have to enter your UPI ID for the bank account. Suppose if you have account in Union Bank, you will have to create a UPI ID for your Union Bank account. You can do that with the help of your BHIM app. This app is available in Google Play Store and Apple Play Store. You will have to download that app, and you will have to enter the details of your debit card, and with the help of that, you can generate a UPI pin for your bank account. You will have to enter that in here, and after that you will have to click confirm apply. This is the process, and once it is done, you will receive a notification like IPO application successfully sent, and that's it. This is easier one, but still ASBA is comparatively user friendly when compared to this one. So whichever be the method you find useful, you can use that, and that's it. If you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching.